time to drop.
Welcome back to the Hennisphere, everyone, and hello from Six Flags Fiesta, Texas again. Today is September 8th, and that means we are less than 1 week from Fright Fest. This is actually the last day Six Flags is open before Fright Fest begins on Friday the 13th. Can't get any more fitting than that for a start date. We're gonna go in and look at all the decorations, try to show you all of them. Some of them are new apparently for this year, especially over near the Rockville area, but they're less than 1 week away. There should be lots to see, so let's go in and check it out. Right off the bat, we've got the classic Fright Fest logo with a big old skeleton on top of it. Looks awesome, looks real clean, reminds me of Astroworld. That was the first Fright Fest I've ever been to. Actually, the only Fright Fest I've been to. Still have not been to this one. I want to give a shout out to Super Bowser Jr., R's friend, Life Reaper. Hope you're watching. I got my 118th ride on Great White today at SeaWorld, and now I'm gonna go on Goliath, just because I rarely get to ride both of these in the same day. But I think it's time I do, just to compare them again, see where they're both at. Here's what we have at the front of the park. Just the skulls over you as you walk in, with some kind of ghillie suit looking camo stuff. Don't really know what to call that. Hanging above you as well. Further down they have lights. I imagine those look good at night. I wish they had more lights though, like on these right here. The lights don't start until further up ahead. And then we have bigger things right in the center. Today's actually a pretty special day. The NFL is back. My fantasy team is winning right now, so happy NFL Sundays. Sundays are back. I'm so happy. Park is less crowded, and I wonder if it's because there are a bunch of football watch parties going on. Like I said yesterday, Fiesta, Texas has its own beer fest going on. They're calling it Last Call, however, and there's a lot of food going on with this one, not so much at the SeaWorld one. Here's the guy I wanted to show off last time when it was too dark. They call him Woody because he's made of wood. Then they got a shed over here. This is going to be a scare zone, I believe. Don't know what it's called. I think they've already announced the name of it. Some huge spiders up there. We'll go around the back. 3 spiders. Looking good. For some reason, they don't have the sound system going over here. You look, and you want to know where all the bass is whenever you're in this section. Right over here, there's a bunch of subwoofers. Oh, look, sheep. Right here. When they got this thing turned on, it's pretty amazing. I love the stand right in front of this. I don't know. I'm all about that bass for whatever reason. Some extra signage has been put up here in front of the Slaughterhouse 6 sign. Got a sign for Dove Chocolate. Interesting. That was not here last week. Let's go check out the other mazes in this area. Yes, everyone, they're still running One Train Ops on IRAD, which is the 7th best coaster in the world, according to the Golden Ticket Award, which came out today. I think that's kind of where this coaster should be, but there are coasters behind it that I think should be in front of it, like Maverick. But anyway, we still don't know when they're going to be running at full strength with 2 trains. RIP. I want to give a shout out to Six Flags because they did something I really wanted them to do. When I had my previous Diamond Elite membership, one thing I didn't like was that I couldn't add a dining pass or dining plan onto it after I bought it. In order to get one, I had to cancel the pass, get a new one, and select that I wanted a dining pass with it. But now they changed it so you can add one onto your existing pass. So good job. I just got a free snack. You get 1 snack and 1 meal with the regular dining plan, and with the deluxe plan you get 2 meals and 1 snack per day. And for me, it was only $4 a month to add on the regular dining plan, so it's totally worth it. Diamond Elite Pass is $17 a month, $4 more for this free snack and meal every time I visit, whenever I visit. and then you're only looking at $21 a month, which is pretty much what I was paying last time without the dining plan. I'm glad I signed up during the flash sale because things were all 60% off. It's so worth it, especially if you come here and over Texas once a year. It's worth it. Yeah, just goes to show you, I pretty much go here, park here, and eat here for free. I just pay for gas every time. Right across the way, we have the Thirsty Buffalo Saloon. But I noticed they took something away. It used to be the Bloodthirsty Buffalo Saloon. I don't know why they took that off, but I believe that was there in my last vlog. Right next to it, we have the train station, which has been decked out in some camo. A lot of camo, actually. They have some speakers up there, and the sign out front says The Arrival. It's a little hard to see, but this is a show that apparently was not here last year. People did not like that, so the park president brought it back. It's a crowd favorite. I'm assuming a lot of scare actors come in on the train, possibly, and then come out of the station and roam around like a big gang. It sounds cool. It's at 7 p.m. every night, so I will be bringing some video of that whenever I'm here during Fright Fest. Here's the entrance to Buried Alive. I hear this is the best maze at the park. I know I've seen one video of it online. It looks pretty cool, but I will find out next week. Can't wait. So as far as Goliath versus Great White, they're very different. There's a lot of differences between them. Like the drive motors, there's not as many on Goliath. It uses some different parts on the coaster trains, and the track just sounds different. The trains are a little different. One of them runs all nylon wheels. That was the one that I rode just now, and it has a very different feel. I sat in the very back row. It has 7 cars in the train instead of 8, like Great White does, but it feels a little more rattly. It's also a lot louder, so it's a different ride experience. I prefer Great White more because it's smoother. The gully washer is completely drained, and now they call it the Blood Bayou. Pretty awesome. Presented by HEB. HEB's got to push that content, you know. But you can see that it is completely dry. No water running right now. When it does run, I believe the river will run red. It will look like blood once it fires back up. It's gonna be a little hard to hear me because the waterfalls are going right in front of me. Here is a scare zone called Aftermath. It looks pretty awesome. See some camo stuff, some barrels. It looks like a city that's now been like taken over or left for dead, basically. They got a lot of good props. Over here they have a big, it looks like a tent that's blown over. Some cones, and then a dilapidated looking Jeep, Army Jeep. That's cool. There's more stuff over here. Cage with some skeletons, a head. Crazy. I love it. They've got even more stuff set up back here. This is for more stuff in the zone. We've got stuff even up on the roof of this thing. How cool. The wind is really, really intense right now, so you might not be able to hear me very well. Oh yeah, Aftermath. Coming up on another area right here, which looks like it could actually be a haunted house, because they've taken away the game that was right here for climbing up and ringing the bell. I don't know what this is gonna be, but there's a well right here with a bucket full of blood, it looks like. Oh, and there's someone in there. Huh. Oh no, Bugs Whitewater Rapids is down. Get well soon, Bugs. This thing looks amazing though. This guy right here looks like a troll. He's about 15 feet tall. Big, ugly looking thing. And there's a cart over here. Feeder de la Mort. Got a little guillotine right there, about to behead a little doll. Creepy looking moon. Good theming. And now we get into the Last Call Festival. You can see the carts here. They each have a bunch of different beers on tap. Actually, that one is not on tap. But if you go to the left, they have 2 more carts down there. And then if you go to the right, they have quite a bit of stuff over here. They have an entire building set up just for beer and food. Most of the other ones are just beer or just food, but this one is both. And it fits the theme very, very well of Spasberg. Over here in front of Poltergeist, we have a meteor that's crash landed. We got aliens coming out of it. I really like what they've done underneath it though. I don't think that the dirt and the charred portion of the grass was here last time. It looks great. Theming looks phenomenal, and I hear that there's bigger stuff as we go further this way. Here's another maze. This one's called Carnival 3D. I guess there's gonna be creepy clowns in there. Not a huge fan of clowns, but I don't have a phobia or anything. Well, I know there's a clown area further off to the right, but I believe this is where the Joker roller coaster used to be, with the trains mounted backwards. So, pretty cool that they're putting a haunted house in here. I mean, I've known that they've done that for years, but I've never actually seen it like this, where it's starting to be set up. Here is Circus Berserkus. Again, I showed this off in my last video, so this will just be a really quick walkthrough. This right here is the scariest clown, in my opinion. Can't really see him, he's bent over, but this one's got a cigar. This one has 1 eyeball. This one has like 3 heads. And then there's one more that's like a Jack-in-the-Box. And to all of you who say that I give Wonder Woman too much hate, or that it's usually open, it is not open. Again, all 3 trains are parked, no one is in line. Get well soon, Wonder Woman. Here is that incredible theming that I was thinking of. Six Flags has really outdone themselves with this part. In Rockville, the aliens are taking over. This one right here wraps around the statue in the middle. And then it's surrounded by what's supposed to be barbed wire, but that would be a safety hazard to guests. And then up here, we got an even bigger alien chilling on the side of the candy store. It looks insane. You can pretty much reach up and touch it. And then over here we have the UFO that crashed. They must have come in on this thing. Got some biohazard barrels behind it. Awesome theming. I really, really like what they've done. I'm curious to know if there will be even more next week. There should be. Oh yeah. That's awesome right there. From what I hear, a Superman statue is coming soon to this little area right here. They have this Batman statue with the same fence and concrete platform over by Batman the Ride. I just did Superman. I was really happy it was running, because Wonder Woman is not. And it was only a station wait. I waited less than 5 minutes for it. Got a back row ride, and no one was next to me. I love that. Because when someone's next to you, you have no arm room. Your elbows are pretty much rubbing the person next to you. I really don't like that about B&M restraints. But that was probably the best ride I've ever had. Because I was able to have my hands up the whole time. I was really trying to feel the rattle, because some people say this ride has a bit of a rattle. I noticed it just barely. So, not as bad as Goliath. Six Flags out here really pushing their own content. We got Looney Tunes characters spotted outside of Spasberg, Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. The last bit of theming to show y'all, this is under the bridge right by Boomerang, heading to Spasberg. Got a little wedding taking place here. Kind of Day of the Dead themes going on. It's actually more cute than scary. Didn't see this earlier when I was filming, but this area at the front here is definitely themed to a farm. And they have a gross looking chicken right here. Or whatever that is. Along with some other bones and a coop. Huh. Just want to say that both of the water rides here were closed. and they got rid of Power Surge for Wonder Woman Golden Lasso. So there are no water rides in the park right now. It's a hot one out. Everyone stay safe and hydrated. That's going to end today's vlog from Fiesta, Texas. I had a really fun time walking around. Got rides on Goliath and Superman. Neither of them had more than 5-minute wait. It was awesome. Got to see the whole park, all the theming, a lot of the entrances to the mazes. Some of the scare zones are pretty well set up. So we'll just have to wait and see next week for how everything looks when it's actually operating. I imagine the feel of the park is going to be incredible. I'm sure the music will change. The lights will be different. Lots of dark areas, maybe some fog, people walking around trying to scare the crap out of you, maybe some stilt walkers. Who knows? Till next time, that was another day in the Hennisphere.